Hi,
Hello.
hi. My name's Robin Davis from momthemagnificent.com. I cover all kinds of entertainment, and 90s is one of my specialties. So I'm super excited to get new, fresh Rugrats content. I think a lot of your fans can say the same.
Yeah.
So I'd love to know, what was it like for you guys jumping into these already established roles, and how were you able to make these characters your own?
I think you got to play a little bit of a trick on yourself, not to think too much about the original because it's so iconic and so great, and it's a kind of a perfect thing that exists in the world. So when I heard I got the job, I stayed away from it because I didn't want to be doing a bad imitation of the sublime Jack Riley. So and I've said this before, but thank goodness they went to pains to sort of modernize it. And these are millennial parents, and as a millennial parent myself, when I feel myself kind of when I feel like I'm kind of getting lost at work, it's just kind of coming back to what my real world looks like and turning that up to an 11, right? Like just because like Stu, I am sort of anxiety prone, and if I can kind of center him there, then I'm usually in good shape.
Yeah, I mean, same. It's a difficult it's a challenge in that, like, when I first got the audition for it and I saw that I was reading for Didi Pickles, you just see that name and you immediately have a voice, you see it all, and you go, okay, well, I can't do that. And they were very, specific about that from the beginning. Like, don't try and recreate the original. That's not what we're doing here. These are millennial parents. They're for today in this world. So and not that, of course, like Melanie Chardoff was the original Didi. She's incredible. Can't be Melanie. So yeah, it was a really cool challenge and daunting in all the ways, but also just really exciting to get to be a part of it. It's so cool.
Definitely. And I think that is a testament to why it stays so fresh, because it's, revamped in this day and age. And you did have some of that freedom to, bring this new freshness to these characters, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So touching on that a little more, would you each want to share a little bit, maybe how Stu and Dee Dee have evolved since the original Rugrats? I know you mentioned we're here in this modern day and time. So can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they've evolved or if the sort of world has sort of put new conditions on them, but it I think that version 2.0 really captures the chaos of modern parenting. Um, um, Devices and I mean and millennial parents who are still gamers, right? And like and kind of how the home is organized. Granddad lives with them now and brings his own set of kind of that brings that sort of 60s worldview into the mix. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to give a better answer than that. When forced through that new lens of parenting in 2023, kind of everything
Mhm.
old is new again in a certain way, and so it can't help but inform, um, you know, how you how these characters are perceived and how you play them. And luckily, I'm repeating myself, but it plugs into enough of my anxieties that I can relate.
Yeah, same. I think Dee Dee, this version of Dee Dee is very, the world is chaotic, and the show really leans into that, all the things that we deal with. And I think she's kind of like this empathy machine, that she's responding very viscerally to all of it, and she's overwhelmed a lot, but trying really hard. And um is a little, anxious at times about things. And um she's super creative and always trying to continue, in spite of like being a new mom and doing this, like trying to feed her creative self, and but not ever really certain how. She's always trying different things, and I relate to that very much. Kind of
I
like not
think all
knowing where to
moms
put
can
it.
relate to that, definitely. Trying to find themselves amongst, everything else, literally, that you have to carry that mental load for.
Yeah.
Very relatable. So could you guys share a little bit about what your recording process is like? Do you ever get to record together, or is it always separate?
We did early on. We did a lot of recording together, schedule permitting, which we. Well, I won't speak for everyone. I really love doing. It allows for some riffing, and
Mhm.
you have to raise. This cast is so good that you can't help but raise your game when you're around them. But then, of course, pandemic season 1 hit. Season 1
Yeah.
of the pandemic came, and we were kind of, for good reason, forced to stay at home. And I mean, I don't know how it happened for Ashley. Basically, a truck showed up with a bunch of Nickelodeon recording gear, and they were like, "Set this up in your house."
Just in your closet.
Right. And so I've been doing it that way since. I think Ashley goes into the Nickelodeon studios and records now. But it's the same and different. Maybe just the social part of me wants to get back in the room with everybody, and I think there's probably some chance we'll get to do that, and I would vote for it. But technology is such that our director Charlie and the writers and producers and animators are all on the Zoom in front of you, and so you kind of disappear into Rugrats world in your closet.
Yep.
And have a little fun for a couple hours, and again, for me early on, for a few months there, it was all the only acting I was doing because all the sets were shut down. So it was a godsend in that way. Anyway,
Yeah,
very long
definitely.
answer, but
Yeah, same. No, I don't want to repeat anything, but same. We recorded together for when we could initially, and then we didn't anymore. And we'd go in, I'd go into the room and do the thing, and then I would always come out super sweaty. I don't know if that's a thing that everybody like. I mean, I think it just happens though, because even
it makes no sense though. I get more sweaty during voice work than I do
me too. I get more exhausted and sweaty doing this than it's so odd. And I'm going back into the studio now at Nickelodeon because I asked to, because I just wanted to. And even there, come out sweaty. I don't know. I think it's just the energy. And
Yeah, that says a lot. You put all your heart and soul, you leave it all there in the recording booth, right?
yeah, exactly.
And these are high energy characters. I mean, probably higher energy than anyone I've ever played on screen. So.
Well, that's why people love them so much. I think we can sense that through the television, through the screen.
Oh, good.
So my
Right.
last question for both of you is, who's your favorite Rugrats character besides Stu or Didi?
Go for it, Ashley.
Oh, I love Chucky. Sorry, I do.
I do too.
Yeah, come on. How can you not? Chucky is just so delightful and funny, and you feel for Chucky, but he's always like he gets brave, but he's scared. I just love Chucky so much, and he's always got allergy. It's just like a thing. I just love him.
I love Chucky too, and I've said this a gazillion times, but I just kind of want to take care of Chucky. I feel like he's such a good spirit, and the world's a rough place. You just want him to be treated right. I'm going to refresh my answer a little bit in that, I think the best hang in the show is probably Betty, played by my friend Natalie Morales. She's just a chill, good hang. If we could, have Betty come to our screen and hang out with us in human form, I think she'd be a fun person to spend an afternoon with.
She really would.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time today. I think everyone's going to enjoy more new episodes of Rugrats.
Awesome. Thank you so much.